I have here a beauty of a vintage of Geyserville, the 2018, and I tell you, I mean, been working at Ridge for 25 years, working with Paul Draper, making wine here, and you know, there are vintages that just stand out as just stunning and spectacular. You see it really from the moment you're tasting grapes in the vineyard to in the fermenter. Once it's assembled, I mean, this was one of those vintages that just, I knew it was going to be one of the great vintages. And here it is in bottle now. And I guess what makes this vintage really stand out above others is just how sensuous the wine, how complete, how balanced it is. And it all kind of goes back to the growing season we had in 2018, where it was drier than 17. It wasn't too hot during the harvest or summer. There was just this really perfect uniform ripening that occurred on the vines, which was really difficult to achieve with Zinfandel. So it really comes down to the weather and certain vintages that can really give you fruit that's just perfectly ripened, and you just see it in the wine. It's a just complete, beautiful wine, beautiful color here. You know, it's got the classic mix of what we have in the vineyard to work with. So Zinfandel, Carignan, Petit Syrah, little Alicante, and a bunch of other little varieties that we just don't put on the label that are just the random interplants in this 130 plus year old vineyard. Oh, and the nose is just really deep. It's really inviting. I mean, it really wants to draw you in, and there's layers. You can really smell kind of this mix of black and red fruit, you know, stone fruit, bramble, briar, really exotic oak. You know, the riverbed, the ancient riverbed that makes up this vineyard, you can even get a sense of the stone and rock of the subsoil. And it's just really quite round and supple and complete, you know, balanced acid, and just this incredible length to the finish. I mean, really just a stunning vintage here. One that I really will see just get better with time. It's gonna be hard when it's this good to hold off from opening all your bottles, you know, but this is really a vineyard and a wine that has the ability to bottle age and become greater with decades. You know, I've been fortunate here in my time at Ridge to be able to taste back to some of those early Geyservilles, and they still are going strong. So this is a vintage that's a keeper, but it's also really pleasant and delicious right now as a young vintage of Geyserville. Enjoy.